Hi guys, I'm Trinity. Um, I know that we are going through a moment that's probably going to be taught in history class, and we're probably going to have to tell what it was like to our grandkids in the future and everything. And, I was just gonna do part of the video project on what's going on right now. Um, One of the biggest things that's affecting a lot of people is the isolation part. I know that there are a lot of extroverts. I'm an extrovert, so this is hard for me. Not being able to see people that you see every day, going places that you go every day. I actually miss school, and it's interesting. It's an eye opener in a way because we see, we hear about these events, and we see them in our textbooks that have happened in history. When outbreaks happen, we've heard about all this. And it's a life-changing event to be in it. It's just something that's not just going to affect history, but it's going to affect us personally. You take things for granted every day. And this time I've noticed so many heartbreaks. So many people who are affected that we might not notice every day, especially with people who are losing their lives to COVID. And it's really an eye-opener because you see it happening around you, and you don't know what it feels like, but you have fear that it could happen to someone you're close to. And it's changing, it's gonna change us for a long time. I mean, I've been self-quarantining mostly before they even announced self-quarantining because of the fear and everything that's been going around. And my family's not the greatest when it comes to immune system, so it's even harder. But I know that this is a time that we will get through, and we will persevere to the end because there's nothing else we can do. We're relying on scientists and government to find something to stop this. And as we wait, that's all we really can do. And finding activities to pass by the time is one of the hardest things, I've been baking like crazy, cooking. I know my dogs are happy I'm home, although they've become very used to it, and it's gonna be probably weird for them when I start leaving again. And I mean, although that this is a hard time, I've never spent so much time with my family before, and I've gotten to know more about them than I ever knew. And it's hard, I mean, you don't really realize what you don't know until you're stuck in the house with them for weeks. And I've had a lot more time to hone my skills in music and work on schoolwork more, have more time for that. And I'm just gonna say, I know that most people are probably going to lock themselves in their bedrooms and play video games and do their schoolwork, and that's it, and maybe go on hikes by themselves. But in the time of self-isolation, if you're in the house with your family, I think that one of the things that's been getting me through it without going crazy is being with my family, having that community. We watch movies, we play games, we do a lot of stuff, and it keeps your social interactions up. Especially because that is a known fact to keeping a civil mind, is social interaction, and that makes this all the harder. And looking at all this in perspective when you see COVID-19 in the news and everything, and the deaths, and just don't take things for granted, because I have known people who have lost things during this time. Lost people, lost friends. So, although we are in this time, it's going to be something that we get to tell the future generation about. And that just means that we're going to get through it. No matter how hard it seems now, how worried you are, we're going to get through it. Just stay safe, guys. It's the biggest thing, stay safe. Take care. And try to make the best out of being home with your family, or being home, period, you know, being able to see nature, have time to yourself, not have to worry about the smaller things in life. Try to minimize those things, because there's a huge thing going on around us right now. And it opens your eyes. But there is a plus to this whole thing. I mean, I've seen the news reports that Venice's waters are clean. There's dolphins coming up to the shoreline in other places. It's, while we're suffering right now, when we get out of here, we're going to be back into a prettier world. So, think about the end goal. Think about staying safe, keeping social distancing, trying to not go out as much as possible, and take care. Bye.